I'm going to put 3 seeds in each one. Here I've got some pepper seeds.
In our previous video, Dr. Riz explained that as a vascular surgeon, he wanted to learn how to grow his own green leafy vegetables. Greens are some of the most nutrient-dense foods on the planet. With this hydroponic system, you become self-sufficient and you can grow healthy foods year-round. This is especially helpful during these times of uncertainty during the coronavirus pandemic. Make sure to watch that video to learn what you need to get started. We will link it in the description box below. In this video, Dr. Riz will show you how he takes his seeds and prepares them for the deep water culture system where they will continue to grow, flourish, and produce fruit. Make sure to watch the entire video as you will see the seeds become seedlings. Let's get started.
Well, welcome everyone. Today, I'm going to share with you how I plant seeds to create seedlings for my hydroponic system. This is my second round. It's April. I started my first hydroponic garden, which you can see behind me over here, back on New Year's Eve actually. And it's been a lot of fun. I've learned a lot from doing it. Now it's time for me to do my second round where I'm going to pick some of my favorite lettuce that I grew. And in addition, I'm going to start experimenting with some other things as well. Basically, to take a seed and make a seedling out of it, you just need a way for that seed to sprout. It can be as simple as moistening the seeds and putting them in a wet paper towel to putting them in what I use, which is rock wool, or you can grow them in soil as well. So what I start with is I start with something called rock wool cubes. You can buy these pre-made. This is a package of 100 of them, and these are 1-inch cubes, but they come in different sizes depending on your needs. So you cut the rock wool cubes up into small individual pieces, just like this. And so here we have 2 rock wool cubes, and the seed goes in here. Before you put the seed in there, you will need to soak these, and so I have already started soaking 15 cubes actually, because I'm going to create 15 new seedlings for use in my hydroponic system. Today I'm going to be experimenting with some peppers and then regrowing some previous lettuce that I've used. You only need 1 seedling to start a plant. Germination rates can be anywhere from 75 to 95%. Most of the stuff I saw recommended putting in at least 2, maybe 3 seeds into each piece of rock wool cube. Once you get growth, picking the best one from that point to choose and put into your hydroponic system. So I also wanted to show you that I don't even know what they call it, but I bought this from the nursery, and I'm going to put the rock wool cubes in this, and then that way I can put it in my tray, which will be a nice support for the seedlings as they grow. I already have the soaked rock wool, which I'll bring up. So here I've got my rock wool cubes. I'm going to go ahead and set them up and put them inside. They've been soaked, so they're quite wet, but they will dry out with gravity drainage. And you can see, if you look closely, an opening's been created for you to put the seeds in. Okay, so actually the hardest part about this is literally getting the seed inside the little hole and covering it up a little bit. I'm going to put 3 seeds in each one. Here I've got some pepper seeds. Okay, so I'm literally going to put 3 seeds in this little hole right here. I'm going to use the tip of my scissors, or you can use anything just to kind of push them down just a little bit to get them into the rock wool. And if you can, maybe just cover it just a little bit. It's okay if they're exposed, but just to kind of get them down in there. So what's going to happen as these things start to mature, the roots are going to start growing down and a seedling's going to grow up. So I'm just going to repeat that for all of these different seeds that I have over here. And after I finish that, I will show you the next step. It really helps if your hands are dry for this, because otherwise the seeds stick to your fingers.
The advantages to growing your own vegetables with this system include resource efficiency, nutrients remain in the container, thus they're less harmful to the environment, no worries about pests, so no need for pesticides. You grow year-round in a controlled environment. The nutritional value is the same as growing in soil, and the produce grows twice as fast.
Okay, so I have all of my seeds planted in the rock wool, and the rock wool is quite moist. I'm now going to spray the seedlings on top to make sure that they're moist and wet. And look at how I kind of buried the seeds. You can still even see them in some of these areas if you look closely. All they need is to be moist and to have a medium to grow in. So I left a little bit of water in the bottom of this pan. I'm going to cover it up with another lid so that it's sealed. And what I want is for the seeds to remain kind of humid and slightly moist, but not terribly wet. So what I'll do is I'll be putting this in a dark area, or actually I'll probably put it on the table behind me and cover it so that it's completely dark. With the last set of seeds I did in the winter, I actually put a heating pad underneath them and put it on just a very low warm setting. They actually make seed pads, which you can get on Amazon, but I think they were out, so I just used a heating pad instead. So that's it for starting your seedlings. I will update you next in a few days after we see some growth. All right, well, welcome back, guys. Today I'm going to share with you what my seedlings look like on day 4. I planted them into the rock wool, about 3 or 4 seeds in each rock wool, and then I've had them covered for the last 4 days. I have uncovered them occasionally just to spray down the rock wool and make sure it stayed moist, not wet, but just slightly moist, so it was a humid area. So I'll uncover this. If you look closely at this, and you can come on in here, you can look in here and you can see that there's water droplets that have accumulated. You can tell it's relatively moist and it's kind of a humid environment. The water has not evaporated. There's water underneath. And I'm looking at the rock wool and you can tell it's all moist. So along here are these 4 right here are the peppers, and they have grown very slowly. They have not really come out yet, but you can look at all of the different lettuces and they have all produced seedlings. I can see that there's multiple ones in each. And so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put these under the light now and allow them to grow a few more days. Okay, I'm back. It's a day 7 update, and I just wanted to show you how the seedlings are doing. This is all the lettuce. As you can see, it's labeled. The Simpson, the Butter Crunch, Prize Head, Bib lettuce, and romaine right there. And they've all sprouted and they're creating nice seedlings. Next thing I'll do in a couple of days is move them over to the aerated hydroponic system. And then if you look closely at the peppers, they are a lot slower to grow, and I think it's because those were harder seeds and I probably could have accelerated the growth by soaking the seeds ahead of time. Daily, I have been misting these down with my mister, just like this. And then making sure that just touching the rock wool and seeing that they're moist. And if they weren't moist, then I would pour a little, I would actually literally take the lid off of this and pour a little bit of water into the rock wool like that. Not too much, but just enough to keep it moist. All right, so we'll bring you back in a few days to update you. Take care.
All right, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe, because next time we will show you how to prepare the water levels in your containers so that you can transfer your seedlings to their new home and watch them grow. Thanks for watching.
Don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe.
Hit that notification button.